A story in 5 words.
Trump's awesome ultimatum to Hamas. Heather, this is so, even when it comes to stuff like this, he's hilarious. I'm going to read you some of his, what he posted on Truth Social. Shalom, Hamas. Shalom, Hamas means hello and goodbye. You can choose. Release all the hostages now, not later, and immediately return all of the dead bodies of the people you murdered, or it is, in caps, over for you. Only sick and twisted people keep bodies, and you are sick and twisted. Then he goes on, and he basically says, but if you hold the hostages, you are dead.
Oh.
Make a smart decision. Release the hostages now, or there will be hell to pay later.
I didn't think that could be funny, Greg, but you somehow made the whole segment about Hamas fall into comedy somehow. So, yeah, look, he's doing what he told you he was going to do. He told the American people that he's going to bring our people back, and that's what he's doing. Look, if Trump was in office, Russia never would have invaded Ukraine. You wouldn't have the Israeli and Hamas situation right now. So he's saying, look, number one was Zelensky and the situation with Hamas. Don't dictate the terms. Number two, don't think you know more than he does. And number three, he's saying, I'm not playing around. And so, I mean, that's my best advice. If you want more, you can DM me after the show, and I'll discuss my fees with you.
Excellent.
Yes.
Wow, she asked me to DM her.
Oh.
You know, Jim, the opening line is one of the best lines ever. Shalom, Hamas means hello and goodbye. You can choose. I mean, that's some stellar. He is probably not appreciated for his writing, because even when he makes mistakes, you are just drawn into. It's just amazing writing.
I think he said, I got to open strong.
Yeah.
That's why he put that. He goes, let me get him right off the bat. Look, in Hamas' defense, I don't know if they have Truth Social, so I don't even know if they even saw that.
That's a good point.
You know, they don't want to turn on any devices after everything blew up. But you look, they still have 59 hostages.
Yeah.
But according to Doge, they should get that down to 23. All right.
I was wondering where you were going to go with that, and I realized nowhere good. Nowhere good. Kennedy, what do you make? I think we can pretty much assume that all of Hamas is going to be dead at some point.
I mean, we can assume that about all of us, Greg.
Yeah, that's true. I will live forever in the hearts and minds of the American people.
I just read something on Instagram today that if you have large thighs, you have a much higher chance of living longer. Do you have big thighs, big beefy thighs?
I have incredibly muscular quads.
That's what they're looking for.
You haven't been on my OnlyFans? Where all I do just nothing but quads all day.
The restraining order forbids me from following you on social media, friend. I think this Hamas is a problem.
Yes, I do too.
I think it's populated by very unkind people. You know, to Jim's point, there's still 5 Americans that they're holding.
Yes.
And you know, he's a FAFO president. And that's not necessarily good. Like, you don't know, you know, he's not one of those people who's like, well, I will never engage the enemy with any kind of fire or weapons. I will sit and pray on my rosary. No, he's like, I'm bored. I'm just going to start launching up your hiney hole, and you can hope for the best, and I hope there's a proctologist left in Gaza, because it's not going to be pretty.
It isn't going to be pretty. And we can safely say that. Speaking of never pretty, Jamie. No, yeah.
He just had a haircut on his way out. No, for real, in the green room.
Oh, that's nice.
It was his back hair, but still it's great.
Jamie, what do you make of this post?
First of all, can I just say, I have been to Greg's OnlyFans, and if what Kennedy read is correct, he's going to live forever. It's a serious situation, so it is hard to make light of it. It's hard. You know, you can't be like, knock, knock, who's there? Terrorist.
Yeah.
Or like, terrorist walks into a bar and then explodes.
Yeah.
I honestly, man, like, I feel like they have to be careful because, oh, by the way, I did like Trump's message, but I feel like we could have gotten it down to 140 characters. Not to be critical, but some of it, like, it's over for you and you're dead, pick one. You know what I mean? I feel like both of those kind of say the same thing, not to be critical, but I do feel like he's the guy that does what he says he's going to do. Even when you read today, like they go, oh, Hamas responded, doesn't matter. An ultimatum doesn't require a response. Like it's not like Biden, right? Like it's not like he says, remember he goes, I'm never gonna drop out of the race, you know, and they're all chanting 4 more years. The next day he tweets, I'm out of the race. Like this is not. By the way, if you back that clip up, if you know the clip I'm talking about, where they're all training 4 more years, he had just asked him, he goes, what do you guys think the maximum amount I'll live is? And he started 4 more years. But I think Kennedy's right, man. F around and find out.
All right. Well, I think we'll end it there and move on to something else. Why does Andy Cohen hate women?